Hey guys, what's happening? Just to let you know that these videos every day are for informational purposes, uh, educational, not a financial advisor. I don't give signals, but I will show you what my analysis is. I'll show you the trades that I take, and it's up to you to manage your own account. I'm not suggesting or recommending you take the same trade. You can if you want to. That's totally up to you. So let's jump over the chart and see what's happening today. And of course, I need to share the screen, don't I? There we are. And we're looking at XAU USD. That's gold spot on the 10-minute time frame. And you can see a trade that I took just a few minutes ago at 20 minutes past the hour during this what we call a Tokyo lunch run. That's what I call it anyway. Hey Raj, how's it going today? Good morning, Alex. Good afternoon, Raj. Or good evening, I should say. So yeah, I about 12 minutes ago I took this trade. As you can see, this is my strategy. It broke and closed below this upward trend line. So I took a trade on this next candle here. I went short at about, what is that price? About 40.28, 40.26, 40.27, somewhere in there. And I don't usually use this risk to reward ratio thingy, but I know some of you like to look at that. So I've got a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio. I take profit at 39.90 and the stop loss at 40.42. And I put that just above, a little bit above the downward trend line. Could put it a little bit further away, but we have a minor resistance level right here at 40.40. So I'll put it just above that minor resistance level because it's quite a big stop loss, and I don't want to lose too much. But that's my trade for the day, which I took about 10 minutes ago. Yes, you're right, Alex. You're exactly right. It came back to where it was before the news came out. Let's look at that. Let me get this adjusted here. The news came out right here, and that's where we are now. And that's what we see it so often. This is just a knee-jerk reaction to the news. That's all it was. And then now, less than 24 hours later, we're right back to where we started before the news. Almost as though it's just as if there was no news. So what happened yesterday? It went up here, and the previous day high was a little bit higher. This is the high from yesterday, but the high from Monday was right up here, so it didn't quite get to the previous day high. Got pretty close, and then we fell back a little bit, and then it was just a lot of consolidation, setting up a new price structure here. I went up and tried that again, and that's when I said I thought that we might be starting to see higher prices, but that was negated very quickly at 11 p.m. my time when we saw, okay, a rejection of that high and then a reversal. So we actually had one person in our Telegram group that got in on this reversal and had a very, very good trade during the closing session of the New York session. So what a day it was yesterday, eh? What a day it was. Let me expand that screen just a little bit. Yeah, we could be looking for the previous day low, and it's right there at this support level. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's usually a yellow line on my chart. You can see here the previous day high and previous day low are always the yellow line. But the previous day low is exactly on the support from this indicator that I use on the support level. The New York close came up a little bit in the Tokyo session, the opening Tokyo session, and then it started to fall down again. So yes, Alex, we could be heading to that previous day low. Your longs were too early. Where did you get in long? Yes. And Alex, just for you, I have a coffee meeting with an owner of a broker tomorrow, and I'm going to pick his brain about the slippage. I know, if you trade high impact news, there's going to be slippage. You have to understand that. But perhaps the broker you use, the slippage was excessive. It was a lot, $42. I mean, come on, holy cow, that's a lot of slippage. So I'm going to ask the broker owner tomorrow if do brokers control that? Can they manage it better? Maybe you need to look for another broker. I'm not sure. I'm going to dig into it a little bit more, just because I do know someone that owns a broker, and I'm having coffee with him tomorrow. So I'll see what he has to say about that situation. Oh, you're talking about yesterday, Raj? Yeah, okay. What did you do here? Your longs were too early. How could your longs be too early? Let's go back and look at that again. Over here, your longs were too early. I don't know if, yesterday Alex had a buy stop right in here, and then when the price went up, his price executed right up here. All of that $42 slippage. So I don't know how that can be avoided. Maybe a different broker has better control of the slippage. I'm not sure. I'll find out tomorrow. Yeah, that's my plan for tomorrow, Alex, and I'll let you know. But it's tomorrow afternoon, so I won't be able to. I'll message you in Telegram tomorrow afternoon. So what have we got here? Got a little bit of a pullback on my trade. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't kind of messes up my screen. There we go. But you can see where I got in that. Now it's reversed on. This is the 12:30. This is the candle I usually wait for, but I didn't wait today because my bias is bearish. Oh, nearly knocked over my microphone again. Okay, so Raj is talking about Nasdaq. Yeah, we'll go over and look at Nasdaq for a moment while my trade goes into loss. not sure why I jumped in on this so quick. Well, it broke my trend line and closed below my trend line, so that was my trade setup. So I took the trade, but now it's reversing on me. Let's see if it will go up. Oh, good stop loss at 40.42. Okay, Nasdaq. What have we got over here? Okay, Nasdaq. We can get rid of that trend line. Nasdaq going up. Interesting. Need to adjust my trend line a little bit. Wow, haven't adjusted that for a while. Change the time frame. Give me a minute here to get this trend line set. Here we go. Okay, go back to that 10 minute. And now let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, get rid of that support line. Oh, Nasdaq has been going up all day. How about that? After didn't do much yesterday, went up with the news, came back down, went back up sideways, and now we're moving up a lot today. Hmm. This is the previous day high from yesterday. Yeah, previous day high is already broken above that. Broke well above the previous day high, and then the previous day low was down here. So okay. So what's your take on that, Raj? Oh, 30K was resistance. Yeah. On CD, it's 29,860. Wide range to trade. Yeah, lovely. And so we're seeing a liquidity run. They've taken out that previous day high and just keep going. And you're waiting for a pullback. So pullback would be maybe down to here. It did pull back a little bit, maybe down to 29,700 zone. Yeah, that looks like a support level there. Maybe right in there, or pull back to there. Don't know if it will come all the way back to the previous day high, but it did hesitate a lot in here this morning, before it broke above that. Stayed right around there. That's what we call a liquidity sweep. But now it's just making a run. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a more of a pullback here. Maybe 29,778 on my chart. Maybe one more drop down there before it takes off again. Okay, let's go back to gold. See how much I'm losing on gold. Okay. Wow, made a big move up there. Okay, now I'm back in profit. Okay, good. Put my support back on this screen. Think no, I'm not quite in profit yet. Got in right here. Yeah, okay. But it's going the right direction. My 1230 candle was bullish. and then they went up and knocked out some people that were going short, but they didn't get me because I put it above the resistance. I had mine up here. Mine is at 40.42. That's my stop loss, just above this resistance level. So now let's see if they're going to go in the right direction. Let me jump over to MT5 and see. Yeah, very small loss. Okay, but it's going the right direction. Yeah, I think gold is going to continue to be bearish. It's kind of weird these days. I mean, you get that inflation data from yesterday, and inflation was lower according to the data, and that's good for gold, okay, and bad for the US dollar. If inflation is going down, that means they might start cutting interest rates. However, that inflation data was really just based on the previous month when the war was going quiet and they had kind of a ceasefire, kind of a ceasefire. And so inflation did come down, but that's only recent data, that news was based on. And then you can see from the reaction of the market, it was just a knee-jerk reaction. Gold is right back to doing what it's supposed to be doing. And yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Raj. So who's buying gold? Good question. Central bank is still accumulating, absolutely. Central banks around the world are very much accumulating gold, and that's a global plan to de-dollarize the world. That's the big geopolitical situation. Central banks are buying tons and tons of gold. They're not just buying a little bit, but they saw that chance yesterday, probably, to buy gold at a low price based on the good news for gold. Yeah, you can Google that. Do your research. Central banks are buying trillions of tons of gold. China buying the most, Europe, because they they don't have anything to back their currency. Since we got rid of uh, the whatever it was called. Gold used to be currency used to be backed by gold, but that finished in 1971. So now all the currencies continue to devalue. So they don't have anything to back their currencies. So now they're starting to wake up to that fact and starting to build up their gold reserves. This has been going on for a couple of years now, and they just continue buying. So anyway, we have more news tonight, guys. We have the PMI, and that is 30 minutes, 1 hour before Wall Street opens, and that is also inflation data. Okay, so maybe another knee-jerk reaction, and the data is forecast to be lower than the previous. So it looks like we might be in the same situation tonight as we were last night. Very, very possible. So, Alex, if you're trading the news tonight, watch out for that slippage. I got a little bit in that just like you did. I didn't have a buy stop. When I saw it going up, I usually wait about 2 minutes. And then I got in somewhere right here. I think maybe I don't remember. And I made a couple $100, just like you did. and then I got out because it didn't. After it made this, it didn't really do much. Normally, if the news is going to have an ongoing impact, it will just continue. Slowly, 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 and then keep going higher. I thought we might take out that previous day high, but it never did. So just a knee-jerk reaction to the news was all it was. For safety's sake, it's usually a better idea you don't trade that kind of news because you can really get whacked very easily. You were fortunate that it stayed up at that high price just to give you time to get out of that trade. Yeah, the news is the same time tonight, exactly the same time. That kind of news is always 1 hour before Wall Street opens. It's pretty late for you, though, Raj. So just go back over here and look at that for a minute. If I was going to trade that, I wouldn't use a buy stop. I mean, Alex had a buy stop right in here. If I was going to trade that, I would open a trade, a buy trade, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes before the news comes out, and then put a stop loss below that. That's what I would do. I don't know that that would help to avoid the slippage or not, but I'll find out tomorrow if that would be a little bit better way to trade that. But actually, it's just better if you. It's a lot safer if you just don't trade that. I know it's tempting. Just imagine, Alex, if that had executed at your buy price. What was it, 40.40? That would have been about $2,000. Okay, here's some good advice from Raj on how to deal with that situation. Yeah, he had a buy stop, but there was $42 slippage. Like, wow. So you must have traded the reversal also, Alex? So what do we got here? Only a few people joined in today. Well, Raj, if he had a buy limit, the trade would not have executed at all because it didn't come down. Yeah, when the news came out, it just went straight up. There was no hesitation. It went up like a rocket in a nanosecond. So you're long in Nasdaq. Okay, you got that little pullback there, and you're already in profit. Good job. But I don't watch Nasdaq during the day, so surely it's just going to go up and then kind of come back down and then maybe go up again. Boy, it's really volatile during the New York session. This is crazy. This is before Wall Street. This is the uh, CPI data, and then it fell down for about an hour and a half, and then it went up again, and then it fell down. And really volatile last night. Oh man, what's gold doing? Jeez, what in the world? What is the DXY doing? Oh, DXY coming down. What's oil doing? Oil not doing much, coming down a little bit, going up, coming down. Now gold going back up. Yeah, okay, I get it, Raj. Asia and London, the best time to trade Nasdaq. Yeah, I have looked at it during the New York session. It is really volatile. Yeah, that's a good piece of advice. Wait 5 minutes after the news. But the problem last night, it didn't keep going up. Oftentimes it will do. It will do. It will keep going up. If you wait 5 minutes after the news, then it will keep going up if it's a strong momentum. But it just did all it's going to do in that first candle. Okay, well, maybe I need to start looking at Nasdaq when I wake up in the morning. Thanks for passing that along. And as you know, I have started looking at it the last couple of weeks, trying to get a feel for it and understand it. Now I'm just getting sideways nonsense here. Let me go look at the 5 minute chart. Okay, still bearish on the 5 minute. Still, oh, it turned bullish on the 1 minute. Slightly bullish, but still bearish on the 5 minute. 40, 44, 40. Okay. Now I'm bouncing off of my trend line. That doesn't look good. So just adjust my lows here. Got a new Asian low. So far, nothing, Burger. Let's see what happens. You went short 40, 30. You got a better price than me, Alex. Hey, 50 points on NASDAQ. Awesome. Alex went short at 40, 30, 40, 33. Right, right about there. Okay, yeah, you got a better price than me. I'm in here at 40, 28. And I will not add to my trade. You got a better price, but I will not add because I'm in a loss right now. And I never add to a losing trade. Now, if it comes down here and starts to move in my direction, then I will look at adding to a winning trade. But now, for now, I'm just sitting tight. Where's your stop loss, Alex? So 40 points guaranteed on NASDAQ. Excellent. Let's go back and look and see what Raj is doing. Okay. Yeah, it's still going. Hey. Yeah, if I go down, this is my, let's see. This is a Shanghai opening here. So we got one red candle, but then it started to go up, and it kept going up, and it kept going up. Hmm. I could have got in on this candle here. 20 minutes after the Shanghai open. And that'd be a good run. I'll try that tomorrow. I've been watching it for a couple of weeks, and I agree with what you said. Asia, Asia is certainly good. I don't know about London, but Asia certainly looks to be giving opportunities. But forget about the New York session trading Nasdaq. That's not my cup of tea. Bouncing back a little bit. Yeah, bouncing back a little bit. But this first candle on the European opening. And sometimes they do that. They give you that wick and then they keep going. What's the all-time high on Nasdaq? Can't even see it there. Oh, way back. The all-time high was 30,759. So we still got some room to move up to that. Yeah, we're down here now. Still got a lot of room to go to the all-time high. Yeah, pulling back a little bit. This is what I don't like to see. Red, green, red, green, red. Come on, get going. Oil at 79.70. Now oil is going back up. Okay. I think oil is going to go again to, well, Alex, the resistance price. The next price is 84, $84, the next level. But I think we'll see $100 again, maybe in the next couple of weeks as the situation in Iran deteriorates. And will, as long as Trumpty Dumpty keeps messing around. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. Just doesn't have a clue. 40.45. Yeah, Raj, I traded options 25 years ago, and it was a disaster. And you can research that, man. Options is the riskiest thing in the world that you can trade. I will never go back to that. It was an absolute disaster. Okay, your TP is the same as mine, and your stop loss is 40.45. I just moved mine up to 40.44. It was 40.42, but I put it up just two more dollars, 40.44. Patience. Patience on what? Options? No, forget it. I remember it very well though. Puts and what's it called? Puts and calls and triple witching Friday and all kinds of weird stuff. Well, let's see. We got another 3 seconds on this candle. It doesn't want to close below. Okay, come on, keep going. Definitely bearish, and I think we'll see lower prices. Be beautiful if it takes up that previous day low before the New York session opens. I think in the New York session we're going to see another rocket ship we did last night. Well, we didn't have very many people join in today, and that's okay. But I will just remind everybody that if you want to reach out to me, you can get me on Telegram. My ID is at Rick Ray FX. That's my main messaging service. And I just did something today. Let me check this out. I'm going to post this in the chat group. For people who want to make it a little bit easier, people want to join my Telegram group. We have a Telegram group for traders. If you want to join that, there's the link. That's an invitation link that will put you directly in the group. So European opening, definitely a nothing burger. First candle was nice and bearish. And let's see if we're going to continue down. Shadow. Hey, thanks, Shadow. I'll see you in the group. Sometimes it's active, sometimes not very active. Last night it was crazy active. If you got any questions, you can ask questions in the group. We've got some really good traders in there. People will get back to you. It's a lot of fun. And thank you, Raj. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. That does help the channel, and I do appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell for notifications. Oh, you lost in gold yesterday. Well, okay. Don't feel like the Lone Ranger. Don't give up. I don't know if you came in late or not, but I took a short trade in here on this candle here because the bias on gold is bearish. And Alex got in here just a few minutes ago at roundabout on this candle here. So we are bearish on gold, and we have our stop loss at 40, 44, 40, 45 right up in here. And then our take profit is at the previous day low, and that's 39.99 or 4,000 right in there. And that gives us for me anyway, it gives me a risk to reward ratio of about 1 to 2.3 because I moved my stop loss up just a little bit. So 1 to 2.3 risk to reward ratio. Let's see if it's going to play out, guys. Looks like it's okay. A little bit slow, but now Alex is already in profit. Good. You got in earlier. You got in at a better price than me. Yes, the market always presents opportunities to make money. Oh, you shorted at 40.30. Wow, you got a better price than all of us. 40.30, right in there. Right? Yeah. Oh no, Alex got a little bit better price, I think. 40.30. Good. So you're in profit now, Shadow. Okay, excellent. Good job. Once it goes far enough, once I get into more profit, then I'll put my stop loss down to break even. But I usually let it move about $10 before I put my stop loss to break even. Yeah, what price did you get, Alex? Let me scroll back up here. I forgot. Oh, 40.32. Yeah, you got the best price today, Alex. Good for you. 40.32. You were Johnny on the spot. Well done. Got some good traders in this group. Sniper, sniper entry. Yeah. Ooh. and still going down. Good, good, good. I got the worst price of all you guys, but I'm finally in a little bit of profit now. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here, call it a day. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Good to chat with you. Tomorrow's Friday. Oh, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. I hope you have a good day of trading. Any questions, comments, catch me in the Telegram group and share your trades in the Telegram group. Don't be shy. There's some very inexperienced traders in the group also. So head to the Telegram group. And I hope you have a good day. I'll see you again tomorrow.